Hi everybody, welcome back to Equipment World. You're watching The Dirt. I'm your host Brian, and today we're here to do a review on the new Case 750 and 850M Dozers. What's so special and what's different? Well, they've finally converted from pilot controls to EH controls, joining the rest of their fleet on having EH controls. In this sense, this is going to be a relatively short review because not much else has changed about the machines. Sure, there have been some minor tweaks and modifications to undercarriage components, as well as some wiring harness changes. Absolutely, those can make a difference, but when it comes to, as an operator, the functionality of the machine, the true big and exciting update to these machines is the conversion to the EH control system. Now, if you've never run a Case Dozer, let's do a quick rundown of the machine. First, there's not going to be anything that just totally stands out as you walk up to the machine. It's really when you get inside and you start pushing that Case really starts to shine. And I'm going to be honest, I've always felt that Case Dozers are pretty dang good pushing machines. So these Dozers push a phenomenal amount of dirt. I've always been impressed with how much Case Dozers push. When you're talking sheer production, these are some of the most underrated dozers on the market, in my personal opinion. And above all, they're really good grading machines. I would put Case up there with Liebherr when it comes to the smoothness of the controls and the ability to lay down a flat grade. Now, Case does offer a couple extra features that I do really enjoy. On your right-hand joystick, you have several buttons, one of which is blade shake, which we've gotten accustomed to on other competitive models, but the other is a fine grade mode. And I absolutely love this aspect of Case because what I can do when I operate the Dozer, if I'm doing a lot of heavy bulking, pushing over piles, things where I need a lot of rapid blade movement, I'll just set the machine to have an aggressive blade speed. Because I know if with one push of a button on my joystick, I can cut that down by about 40 to 50%, and now I have fine grade mode without having to go into the menu system and adjust the sensitivity of the blade. It's just right there at my fingertips. So you can see I've got a much more aggressive blade handling right now. So I can get in here and do what I need to, bulking. And then when I'm ready, I can hit my button and go right into that fine grade mode, just roll right into it. So there's fine grade. Now I'm gonna get nice, gentle movements. And then back to aggressive. Now, unfortunately, when you do switch over to using GPS with this machine and start using machine control, those buttons change functionality and become the increment and decrement buttons, so you do lose a little functionality. Now, that being said, there is a button right below the screen on the dash that you can hit, and you can convert those buttons back from GPS mode to your fine grade mode and your blade shake buttons. It's not that big of a deal. Unfortunately, you just can't use both at the same time. Now, overall, I absolutely love the way Case machines grade. Take the fine grade mode out of it. The actual blade movement on a Case machine is just very smooth, very fluid, and allows you to put down some very nice grades. And for whatever reason, I've just always found that Case is a very easy grading machine. Now, when it comes to aggressive dozing, these Dozers perform well in that aspect too. These guys really know how to push some dirt, and you can get aggressive with the machine. Now, one of the common things I hear as a complaint with Case Dozers is they just don't have enough oomph to spin the tracks. And what people aren't understanding is Case has built in a load management system that detects track slippage. And you can actually watch this in action. As you're going into a pile, the tracks will start to spin, and then you'll see them start to spin a little less and a little less until the machine actually stops and limits the machine from going forward because it's not allowing those tracks to slip. Now, that's not a loss of power. That's not the machine not being able to push more material. It's literally the load management system saving the undercarriage wear of you spinning the tracks with a load on the blade. Now, my one critique on this is I do wish there was some adjustability from the operator standpoint. In its current iteration, this load management system can only be changed by going into the advanced menu system or using a computer, and it is inaccessible to the operator. I will say there are some instances where I do want to have a little bit of track slippage because I am able to gain a little bit more of an ability to push some more material, again, in certain conditions. Now, one of my other small complaints about this machine is the fact that if I want to go in and change my Decel pedal from a Decel pedal to a D-clutch pedal, I actually have to go 2 menus deep on the push button system. That's a small thing, but again, it's there. By far my biggest complaint about the Case Dozer is the loudness of the cab. I would love to see on future iterations Case address this issue with just a little more soundproofing. Now, going back, overall, like I said, these are pushing machines. They're excellent for fine grading, and I will say what's so exciting about the EH conversion on the 750 and the 850, outside of the fact that it's just easier on your wrist and you get the functionality of blade shake and fine grade mode. The other exciting aspect is if you want to convert this machine over to machine control, there's no longer a large charge to switch a valve out. You are now machine control ready with these machines, which is, let's face it, in our day and age, that's necessary to really be viable in the workplace. So it's great to see that Case has put these 2 Dozers up with the rest of the lineup and having those EH controls. As always, I hope this helps you in your business. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode of The Dirt.